for me it was a perfect opportunity to critically reapproach and reappropriate the chapter from another perspective.
There is a lot of comparison in these travelogues. They're comparing Latin America to Europe, and obviously that was what came to my mind when I read the call for papers.
I have been working about that for 30 years, but at the moment I see the importance of the practice of comparison, analogy in travel writings from the end of the 17th century to my field of investigation in the 19th century.
My first thoughts on the subject were never from the perspective of practices of comparing. Instead, I just did the comparison. So for me, the conference was a way of approaching it with a theoretical, critical, different perspective.
So I can see that it's also within the literature that a comparison is used, and that also that this literature has a great impact on knowledge production. So these comparisons seem to have a kind of legitimation because of being written down.
You have many ways of comparing through travel narratives and literature. It all depends on the point of view you use.
I think by relational thinking, we are able to abstract certain knowledges to other spheres of knowledge and bring them closer together, so that we are able to carry out more creative and more interesting ways of producing knowledge.
I understand there are different periods about comparing and using analogies.
Well, for me it was a journey into a completely new field. So in this sense I will be taking a lot with me, in the sense that I have learned about travel narratives and how practices of comparison are inherent to travel narratives, which I was not aware of.
Hearing and discussing with the other participants who have many points in common to share. It's very interesting, and I am very happy to know the SFB team.
It was great to talk to other people working with similar sources or materials, so I think I'll stay in contact with them.